Hi everyone and welcome back to Il Violinista. I'm Giuseppe Calabrese, your violin teacher. So today we're talking about one of the most expressive and fun techniques to be played on the violin, which is pizzicato. Okay, pizzicato is often written in music as P-I-Z-Z with a little dot, and that simply means plucking. Plucking the violin. Instead of using your bow, you're plucking. You're plucking on the violin. So it creates a short percussive sound, and this is perfect for orchestra music, chamber pieces, jazz, or some popular styles where you get a lot of this plucking. Generally you have a few notes. There could be a line of the music that you need to pluck, but there's not a whole entire piece. Okay, so as I said, in Italian it means to pinch. You're literally pinching somebody. Ti ho pizzicato. It means you pinched, I just pinched you. Okay, so on the violin, generally what you do, you use your right hand and you use your index to pluck. Okay, and you let the string vibrate freely, basically without the bow. The classical way is to pluck with the pad of your finger and not your nail. So you need to keep your nails generally short, otherwise you'll be damaging the string. You'll be literally excavating and breaking the string. So there is right hand pizzicato, which is, you'll see P-I-Z-Z. So if it's right hand pizzicato, what you want to do, you can literally put the bow down, or you can keep the bow in your hand and just bring out your finger. Okay, so these two fingers are the ones that you'll be using more. So the thumb basically goes on the edge of the fingerboard. So otherwise you'll be putting too much force in, you'll be breaking, pulling the string off. Okay, this has actually happened to one of my students. So sometimes you need to switch very rapidly between the bow and the pizzicato. So sometimes you don't have time to do that. So you just and then you keep on playing. Okay, so it's good to have the shape of your hand just ready. Do the plucking. You keep on playing. Okay, so try not to pluck where your bow plays, or your finger will become completely white. So if you start plucking here, yeah, my finger becomes all full of lines. So you want to pluck on the black area, tastiera, or called fingerboard. Okay, try to pluck around. Generally you can pluck around the middle of the string. Okay, not close to the bridge, and not too close, of course, either, so to the white where you're playing. So if you're plucking closer to the bridge, you get sort of a thinner sound. If you pluck while further away, it gives you a warmer, richer sound. So it depends exactly what type of sounds you want. So there's different types of this pizzicato. So it can be with the bow set down. So basically the bow is you're not playing, you're just doing the pizzicato with your finger. Then there's another one with the bow in your hand, so you keep the bow while you pluck, which I just demonstrated before, and pizzicato from the bow hold. So basically you extend your index finger and you grip and pluck without basically relinquishing the bow as you do it. And then there's a left hand pizzicato that generally you see with a plus on top of the note. So basically gets done with your left hand. Okay, so generally you press one note that you need to play, and then you pluck it with another finger. Okay, and this is a little bit harder. You see it a lot in Paganini or very virtuosistic pieces. It's a little bit rarer, but you get a completely different effect. So you'll see these little pluses. So remember, pizzicato is done with your right hand, and then pizzicato, if you see a little plus, is done with your left hand. Okay, try not to push too much inside the string, not to pull too hard, because it creates a very ugly sound, and also you'll be pulling the string off. So practice by plucking the open strings first and scales, and make sure that the sounds that you're getting are very even. And each note rings really beautifully. And the second one is switching between the arco and the pizzicato, because that's the hard one, where you cannot put the bow down, because you're playing something and then you do a couple of notes pizzicato and then you keep on playing, and this is quite hard. So in terms of things to avoid is doing the pizzicato too close to the bridge, doing it in this area. And using your nails to pluck, definitely a no-no. and then also losing the steady rhythm. So suddenly, all of a sudden, you're dropping the speed because the pizzicato is too hard. So that's something that needs to be practiced with the metronome. Put the pencil around in that sort of cloud. So also watch out that when you do this and then you have a completely different bow grip. No, you just and you just keep on playing. Don't move your hand up and down as you do it, so otherwise it will be very hard to continue playing. So there's a lot of musicality behind making the sound beautiful and controlled, and it'll become a very expressive, powerful tool, but it needs a lot of practicing, but definitely something very, very beautiful. So thanks for watching this video. Check out the Il Violinista Academy, where we have more lessons similar to this. Thanks so much for making it to the end. Please like and subscribe for more videos. And until next time, practice slowly and allegria. See you. Ciao, ciao.